Alright, let's get into something that the community has been very loud about the last few weeks. And when I say loud, I mean if you go on Twitter, Reddit, or the YouTube comment section of any Rockstar video right now, it's deafening. And it honestly feels like it's the loudest this conversation has ever been. Red Dead Redemption 2 players want a next-gen remaster, and they want it now. And to be honest, we've been asking for this for years now. But something changed recently. The mood shifted from I hope they do this to why haven't they done this yet? And after everything that just happened with the new Red Dead Redemption 1 port, you can see exactly why the fanbase is losing its collective mind. We're in a weird moment where the older game is getting more love than the modern masterpiece, and it's created a pressure cooker situation that Rockstar simply can't ignore anymore. So in case you missed it, or you've just been living under a rock, Rockstar just dropped a brand new version of the original Red Dead Redemption. It's fully updated for the PS5, Xbox Series X, and even the Switch 2 and iPhone and Android. Now, let's be fair to Rockstar here. This isn't a remake, it's not a full-scale built it from the ground up remaster, but it's a polished, modernized port. It has upgraded visuals, higher performance, better resolution, and much better overall stability. And honestly, it's great. I'm not here to trash it. It's genuinely awesome seeing a 15-year-old game finally playable on modern hardware the way it always should have been. Seeing John Marston's story at a crisp resolution without the blurry textures of the PS3 era is honestly a win. The second that news broke and the second people started playing it, something happened. The celebration stopped and everyone immediately turned their attention to Red Dead Redemption 2, because now we have this bizarre inconsistency in the Rockstar library. We have the 2010 classic running beautifully on new consoles, while the newest Rockstar game that released in 2018, one of the most expensive and technically advanced pieces of media ever created, is still rotting in last-gen purgatory. Let's really break down why this is such a problem, because I think casual observers might say, who cares, the game still looks good. And sure, Red Dead 2 is beautiful. Artistically, it's untouchable, but technically, the experience on consoles makes no sense in 2025. Red Dead Redemption 2 launched in 2018 on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It got a PC version in 2019, and that PC version is currently the only way to play this game above 30 frames per second. So right now, if you're a console gamer, which is the vast majority of the player base, your options are pretty tragic. You can play it on your Series X at 30 FPS, or you can go out and spend $2,000 on a gaming PC just to unlock the frame rate. I mean, we're living in an era where 60 FPS is the standard. We even have games offering 120 FPS modes. We have ray tracing, we have instant loading times, and yet when you boot up Arthur Morgan's Journey on a PS5, you're getting the exact same sluggish, heavy performance that you got on a base PS4 7 years ago. And for a game that's this slow paced where the movement is heavy and deliberate, that 60 FPS cap hurts. And to be honest, it makes the aiming feel heavy, it makes looking around feel pretty blurry, and it also adds a layer of friction that shouldn't really be there anymore. Now, scroll through any PlayStation or Rockstar thread lately and you'll see the same comment posted over and over again. People saying Rockstar is lazy, or I've been hearing 60 FPS rumors for 5 years. Or the big one, they could just flick off the frame rate cap anytime they want. It's one line of code. And now I want to address this because this is where the disconnect between gamers and developers gets real. Is it as simple as flipping a switch? No. But is it as hard as Rockstar makes it seem? Also, no. Here's the reality. Red Dead Redemption 2 runs on the Rage engine, Rockstar's advanced game engine. This engine is heavy, it's physics-driven. Everything in RDR2 is simulated. The cloth on Arthur's jacket, the way horses' muscles move, the weather systems, even the volumetric clouds. In older games, sometimes the game logic was tied to frame rate. If you unlock the frame rate without fixing the code, the game speed would double or physics would break. However, we know this isn't entirely the case with RDR2 because the PC version exists. The work to decouple the physics from the frame rate has already been done. So while it's not as simple as pressing a publish button, because you still have to do quality assurance, test the cutscene, and ensure the Series S doesn't explode, it is definitely not a remake level effort. Modders have unlocked the frame rate on hacked PS5s. The fact that a billion-dollar company hasn't released a patch that modders figured out years ago is what's driving people crazy. It feels like they are withholding it on purpose. So why hasn't it happened? Why are we sitting here in 2025 begging for a patch on a game that sells millions of copies every single year? Here's the part that nobody wants to admit, but it's probably the cold hard truth. Red Dead Redemption 2 just isn't Rockstar's top priority right now. In fact, it might not even be in their top 3 priorities. Because everything, and I mean everything, is about GTA 6. We have to remember the context. Rockstar is in the final stretch of the biggest entertainment launch in history. They are rebuilding their entire pipeline around next-gen tech for GTA 6. And right now, they are likely in crunch mode or at least high-intensity mode. On top of that, Rockstar has gone through a lot internally. They've had restructuring, they've had the return to office mandates that caused some talent to leave. And they've been laser focused on avoiding the leaks that plagued them last time. In a studio environment, every engineer you pull off GTA 6 to go work on a Red Dead patch is a risk. It's a distraction. If a next-gen RDR2 update exists internally, and let's be real, a lot of insiders think it absolutely does exist, Rockstar is likely sitting on it. They are holding it in their back pocket. Rockstar uses timing the same way Nintendo uses silence. They don't just drop content because fans are yelling. They drop content when it benefits the shareholder meeting. They drop it when they need to fill a gap in the schedule. And that brings me to the cynical side of the argument, the business side. We have to talk about the GTA 5 strategy. How many times did Rockstar sell us GTA 5? They sold it on the PS3, then on the PS4, then on PC, then on the PS5. They are the masters of double dipping, or in this case, quadruple dipping. There is a very strong theory in the community that Rockstar isn't going to give us a free 60 FPS patch. I mean, why would they give it away for free when they know we will gladly pay $70 for a director's cut or a definitive edition? If they just release a patch, they make $0 from the people who already own the game. But if they repackage it, if they add a little bit of ray tracing, maybe integrate the Rockstar editor, maybe add some of the cut content or clothing items, they can re-release Red Dead Redemption 2 Next Gen Edition and sell 10 million copies in a week. And it sucks to think about it that way, but companies exist to make money, and holding back the 60 FPS update to package it as a new product is exactly the kind of move the industry has been pulling for the last decade. But look, I don't want to be all doom and gloom. Despite the silence, despite the focus on GTA 6, and despite the years of waiting, I genuinely believe an upgraded Red Dead Redemption is coming. First, the RDR1 port proves they care about the IP. They didn't let the first game die. They brought it back. Second, the PC version proves the engine scales beautifully. This isn't a Bloodborne situation where the code is a mess. The code is ready. Third, and most importantly, the game still sells. Red Dead Redemption 2 is constantly in the top-selling charts, and that's years after its release. It really is an evergreen title. Rockstar is not going to abandon the most critically acclaimed story they've ever told. Now, there's also a legacy argument here. Red Dead Redemption 2 is widely considered one of the best, if not the best, narratives in gaming history. Roger Clark's performance as Arthur Morgan is iconic. The world design is used in universities to teach environmental detail. Leaving this game stranded at 30 FPS and 1080p checkerboard resolution is a crime against art. We saw CD Projekt Red go back and fix Cyberpunk. We saw them update The Witcher 3. We saw updates to Fallout 4. These studios realize that their back catalog is valuable. It keeps the community alive. And Rockstar knows the Red Dead community is different. We aren't just there for the explosions. We're there for the world. We're there for the vibe, and the vibe is currently suffering on current consoles. The fans have been patient. We've expected that Red Dead Online was abandoned. We accepted that we didn't get a single player DLC. But asking for the game to run at a modern standard? That really isn't asking for the moon. It's really the bare minimum for a game of this caliber. So here's where we stand. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece. It deserves a native next-gen version, and the fans know it, the industry knows it, and deep down the executives at Take-Two and Rockstar, they know it too. It really isn't a question of if this happens, it's a question of when, and also how much they're going to charge us for it. Until then, we are stuck waiting and watching the PC players have all of the fun, and hoping that maybe, just maybe, the success of this new RDR1 port is the wake-up call Rockstar needed. But listen, I've been talking for a while. I want to hear your take. Do you think Rockstar is actually working on this right now? Or do you think they've completely moved on until after GTA 6? Also, the big one, would you actually pay for it if Rockstar releases it at $50 or $70 as a next-gen version of RDR2? Drop your take in the comments below. I'll be reading through all of them. And while you're at it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos just like this one. Alright, with that all out of the way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.